High School Game Night brought to you by JD's Pazzo Pizza in Ephrata.
Welcome back to the High School Game Night Halftime Show. I'm John Buffone, and as promised, I'm joined now by Jeff Reinhart of LMP. Jeff, we're in Week 7. The top teams are starting to create a little separation now, aren't they?
Yeah, section racers are getting really good, and if you squint and look real close, you can see the finish line.
That's right. Only a couple more weeks until the playoffs start. We're to start thinking about that.
Playoffs.
Let's kick things off in Section 1. Conestoga Valley quarterback Tanner Schwilk. This guy is lighting the LL on fire. He's over 1,800 yards passing already, and a long line of great quarterbacks at CV. Where could he rank if he keeps up this historic pace?
Well, he's on pace to, put up some really crooked numbers. He's been really good, and Coach Novak told us back in August, he said, hey, he's his own kid. He's not Grant Stoltzfus, who we saw for the last 4 years. Grant had kind of a big arm and went up top a lot, especially early in his career. He said Tanner's going to use those wideouts, and he's got a lot of them. Barbone, Stead, Lefevre, Byers, Horning. He said he's just going to pick those kids out, let them make plays. Doesn't have a huge arm. He's been fantastic, and the numbers have backed it up. Leads the LL in completions, 134 completions already, and completing a great percentage. 1,725 passing yards, leads the league in 22 touchdown passes. And as mentioned, it's helped that he's got these unbelievable wideouts to have. I mean, Jose Barbone is arguably the best wideout kid in the league. Carter Forney's having a great season at Warwick too, but Barbone's just been dynamic all over the place. Schwilk is on pace to throw for 2,875 yards in 10 games, which would be pretty awesome. We'll see if CV gets a Week 11. They're still in line with the playoffs. Coming into the weekend, they were number 8 in 5A, which would get them in. They still have Wilson down the road. But Tanner Schwilk has been phenomenal. Great story, great wideouts, using his offensive line. Smart, efficient.
You can have all the weapons in the world, but you got to know how to use them.
Yes, and he has, and he's only been picked like 5 times, and he's thrown more passes than anybody in the league coming into the week. So, a tip of the cap, Tanner Schwilk. He's been unbelievable as CV's quarterback, and like you mentioned, Grant Stoltzfus was great. Bob Ungst back in the 80s, Jordan Steffi, Mike Cook, who went into the NFL, Tyler Demi, who took him to the state finals in '91. Great quarterbacks at CV. Schwilk's only going to get the 1 year as the starter, but it's going to be a memorable one. It has been up to this point.
Efficiency. That's
efficient.
Good term so far for him. Let's stay in Section 1. Another player that's making some milestones. We're going to go over to Wilson. Iggy Reynoso. He surpassed 4,000 career rushing yards last week against Penn Manor. If he continues this pace, how are you feeling about your township upset pick in Week 8?
Thanks for mixing that in there. Didn't see that one coming. Everybody was like, whoa, Wilson's 1-2. What's going on? Had some line injuries, mix and match. Last couple of weeks, they've been phenomenal, and Iggy Reynoso, as we suspected, has been great. Last 3 weeks, 272 and 5 touchdowns against Warwick, 182 and a score against McCaskey, 165 and 2 touchdowns against Penn Manor. All wins, 67 in a row for Wilson in Section 1. He's up to 790 rushing yards, 3rd in the league, 12 touchdown runs, also has 20-plus catches out of the backfield. He comes into this week with 4,019 rushing yards.
Unbelievable.
Don't forget he played his first 2 seasons at Hamburg before transferring, so he needs 474 yards to become Berks County's all-time leading rusher, which is a neat number.
Is it safe to say that he gets that?
I think so. Knock on wood. If he's healthy,
right.
I think Iggy Reynoso has 474 yards in him, definitely. And if the first 3 weeks are a little different, he might have gotten it already, but it is what it is. But he's been superb the last 3 weeks. Fabulous career. And we'll see if Wilson can keep winning. More importantly, that's what they're looking at is W's.
Some big games for the Bulldogs coming up on the schedule.
No doubt.
He could possibly add to that in the playoffs as well. Let's hit on Section 3 real quickly before we go. Lancaster Catholic playing much better, but there's a lot of teams that are underachieving in Section 3. Who has the inside track? This is kind of a weird year for Section 3.
Yeah, Section 3 is really goofy, and I had Lancaster Catholic there in August, and they go 0-4, and everybody's like, well, the world is falling. But they've been really good here lately. Back-to-back wins coming into the week by a combined score of 100-3.
Impressive.
Very impressive. Catholic's running attack has been great. Tied with Northern Lebanon, also 2-0. Fun offense. Michigan Dobbs, Stevie Herb, Christian Schrader. Those guys can all make plays. Northern Lebanon at Lancaster Catholic Week 10. That'll be your game to circle. And Vilcleona's still there. They're 2-1. Donegal's still there. They're 2-1. Pequay Valley is still there. They're 1-1 coming off a bye week. Anything can happen here. Could be a tie. Who knows? Inside track. I'll stick with Catholic. Throw away the 0-4. Their running game's been great. Yeah,
well, I guess we're going to see. It's gonna
yeah,
be,
we'll see. They're going to get Northern Lebanon in week 10, and that's going to be the game in all likelihood.
It's going to be a weird finish. In
Probably a tie would not surprise me at this point.
We'll see. All right, Jeff, thanks for joining us, and we're going to see you again next Friday. And don't forget to check out Jeff's work at LancasterOnline.com, or just give him a follow on Twitter at JeffReinhart77. Well, that'll do it for the halftime show. Thanks for watching. Just a reminder, High School Game Night's post-game show airs tonight at 10:30 with Brian Cass and Chad Landers. But for now, we're going to send you back out to Denver for second half action between Cocalico and Garden Spot. We'll see you after the game.